Oh, it's supposed to be on a loop. Wait, wait. Oh, shit. Hey, what's going on? We are live. And today we are graced with the presence of Gorey B movie.
Hey.
Yes, the queen of bracket fighting.
Whoop, whoop.
In the house. What's going on, Gory? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here. I'm really
All right,
excited
and
because Sunday you're going to be on my channel and we're going to have some tag teams and they're going to
Mhm.
fight. It's going to be epic. We've never done tag teams before.
Nice, I know. It's the best kind of fighting, right? Like we'll find out all these matchups that nobody's asking for.
Exactly. We can get weird with
Yeah, let's get real weird with it.
it.
All right, so best slasher tag teams. What do you got so far? What do you
Well, I
think?
think we should have some parameters. Like I think we shouldn't
Yes.
have more than one team from each franchise. So like if we have a Ghostface team, that's our only Scream team.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, there's so many.
There
Like I want to
is.
mix
I
it
was
up
like,
a
damn,
bit.
dude, there's so many of those tag teams. Well, maybe we should have those guys. This like a prelim. They got to qualify for this tournament or something like that, right? Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. And I was
Well,
thinking if we do ghost faces, we should mix it up. Two people who were not a team, like Jill and Billy,
oh,
because they
maybe.
both crazy,
Yeah, that is.
or Jill and Stu, depending on who's your preference.
Yeah, were they around? But Stu was dead before Jill decided to be a ghost face.
Yeah, but this isn't a hypothetical world where we're booming them into our little Thunderdome. So,
Maybe.
like, we will also have to specify, like, if we do someone like Jason Part 2, Sackhead Jason, totally different than Part 6. So we'd have to,
Oh, yeah, he's
probably
definitely OP in that.
specify which one it is.
Mm-hmm. Here you go. Exactly what I'm thinking. Corey Michael tag team would be pretty honest. Yeah, pretty good. Oh man, you just read my mind
I
because
think that's a good one.
that's my number one seed almost.
I
Michael
think that's
Myers and Corey.
awesome. I do think let's specify what Michael we want. There's obviously only one Corey.
Yeah.
So do you want like OG Michael? Because old dude Michael is totally different than OG. I think Kills would be kind of a cool one.
Oh, Kills is the most
He kicks so much,
overpowered one. Yeah, because he
he
would
kicks
he
so
would
much
win a
ass.
lot. But that goes with the rules. Are we gonna be like they must be in the same movie at the same time or work
I don't
together?
think so, because I think you can have some interesting ones if they're not in the same movie.
Yeah, because
Unless,
you could
but
pick
then
and
I kind of
choose.
like what you're saying too, because we're looking at people who actually have teamed up before.
Yeah.
But then, like Jason's never teamed up with anyone, then we wouldn't get Jason.
Well, that I have a Jason idea
Oh,
because if you look at the first movie, it's Friday the 13th part 1. You got Pamela who's a grown and a kid Jason. They're in the same movie.
what?
So you would be like, yeah, I could beat up kid Jason, little dude in a lake. Yeah.
So, do we want? Okay, so let's clarify. Do we want tag teams that have been established in the film, or are we creating our own, like
I don't know.
WWE style?
I think if they work together, I like that. I like that idea.
They've
Like
worked
that's
together
why
in
I
the
go
past.
like, well, it makes sense. Makes sense to me. I don't know.
Because I was thinking like a fun one, just throwing it out there: the dentist and Doctor Giggles. Just saying.
Oh man, yeah, maybe they met in like medical school together.
Yeah, they did.
Right?
Yeah. So the
Hey
dentist,
man, what's going
Doctor Giggles'
on?
dentist as a child, right?
Yeah.
When he was all traumatized and coming out of dead people's bodies.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
So excited! I just got the dentist 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. Amazing.
I got to watch The Dentist. Yeah. And if they just came out on Blu-ray, sure, maybe they'll be cheap
It's like
unavailable together.
$11 on Amazon. Because
Yeah.
Vestron does not overcharge.
Or maybe it'll be on Shutter or something. They like when they put blocks of them out. Yeah.
I think you can go to Just Watch. It's a website where you can see where something's streaming anywhere. I'm willing to
Mhm.
bet the dentist is streaming somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. I usually look yeah, where they're gonna be playing it. Yeah. All right, so Michael Myers and Corey. So are we doing Halloween Ends, Michael Myers and Corey? Cool. Well, Corey was only in one movie.
Well,
So
yeah, so we'd have to go Halloween Ends.
yeah, but
So
Michael
our
was a little
plan.
bit weak.
Well, I guess that's part of the parameters we set, though, is they have to have already
Yeah.
teamed up.
Well, that makes it because if Halloween Kills with Michael Myers, I think he pretty much goes through everybody,
So I
right?
have an idea.
Yeah,
This
sure.
is established slasher tag teams.
Yes.
And then the next time we can do dream teams where it's like, oh,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
cool. If this person was with this person, how much damage would they do?
Yes.
What do you
I,
think?
I like that. I like that idea. This is more grounded. They're in the same movie together.
All
And
right,
then
my
the
whole list
next
is
time.
gone.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. So we
I did
got
have Michael and Corey though. But
yeah.
for dream teams, I had some fun ones. Like I was thinking Torrance, Jack Torrance, and either the stepfather or the mutilator, Jill and Billy, Leatherface and Three Finger from Wrong Turn,
All right.
Ash and Mia,
Oh shit.
Jason and Angela, from Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. They're both like camp slashers.
Or if you want to go Mama's Boys, Jason and Norma Bates.
Oh, they did sort of wake. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, or Norman Bates and the mom, because they sort of.
Hey, that's a team too.
Yeah,
But Mom's not really there because Norman's kind of,
yeah. Norman's both. I think only in Bates Motel. No, I think she was dead by then. Yeah. Is Doctor Giggles the one where they are the
I
twin
think
brother?
you're thinking of Dead Ringers, which is the guy who did the voice of Scar in The Lion King. Dr. Giggles, that movie's got Holly Marie Combs, who was in Charmed, and that one bloke who was an angel. It's really good. It's a cheesy one from the 90s, direct to video. It's finally coming out on Blu-ray from Shout Factory, I think next month. It's really fun. The guy who plays Dr. Giggles was also Darkman.
Oh, Darkman by Sam Raimi.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
terrible at remembering people's names, but I'm like, remember they were in this movie.
Oh, I'm so bad at names. If you seen any of my videos, I go, dude, it's Beast from X-Men.
Exactly.
Like,
Like I love
I
it
don't
in
remember that
Scream.
unless it's like Taxi Driver or something like that. I can't remember their
I love it in Scream where she's like, the one werewolf movie with ET's mom in it. He's like, The Howling. I used to work in a video store, so like I speak that language.
names. Dang. Video store. That must have been a cool job back in the day.
Yeah. But it kind of tells you how old I am, which is
Yeah, yeah, same here. I remember those days. So here's another one. Well, I have it in the thumbnail, but we gotta put Billy and Stu together,
all right. I think
right?
overall they are like the best team. All the other teams don't work together, but they're genuinely friends.
Yeah, and they work. I think the very first kill, the Casey Becker kill, they both were there, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they'd have to be.
yeah, they work together, so that's why they make such a good like tag team. Yeah, or I made a video about like during COVID where I thought they were a little bit gay. They might have been gay for each other, but then later on in Scream 5, you find out like, oh, Billy was slamming ass all over town and as a kid already.
Here's
Right?
my theory on Billy. Like I thought about this recently, because he is so big. Like his whole thing for the whole movie is he wants to have sex with Sydney.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, it's not because he wants to have sex. He's having lots of sex, actually. It's not
Yeah.
about the sex. It's because he is obsessed with horror movies, and a final girl, a virgin, can't is the only thing that can kill you. No matter what, she has special virgin powers. She will kill you. He knows that. He knows that
Mm,
if she's a virgin, she's a final girl, his whole plan's screwed because she will kill him. But if she's had sex, she can't be a final girl and his plan will work. So he's basically doing it not because he wants to have sex, because he wants to disarm her. He believes in this like magical final girl power because he's way too into horror movies.
yeah. I totally buy that theory. Yeah.
Which in that case would mean, yeah, I guess he could be gay. I mean, in his head, because a lot of gay guys in the 80s, well, they were either the killer or I guess they didn't get killed. So that would kind of work with that theory.
Yeah, well, it's I bet so. But because when you watch it first, you go like, "Oh, he's just so repressed." Like, "Oh, Sydney, why don't you do it with me already?"
Because he's
that's
afraid of
why.
her.
That's
The
why I
only
buy with the
thing
fact that he's actually going to go kill Sydney and be like, "Dude, she's finally giving it up. All right, we're going to delay the plan. I at least want a whole summer of sex before I kill her off already."
I think he's afraid of her because if you watch slasher movies, the only thing that can kill even the scariest monsters is the final girl. So if she's a
Yeah.
virgin, she's a final girl. And they even say that they're like, you gave it up, then
Oh,
now you
you're
gotta
no
die.
longer a virgin.
Exactly. They know she can't be a virgin or she will have the ability to kill them. It's the only thing
Yeah.
a monster fears, a slasher villain fears. And with Stu, I always thought Stu was a lot smarter than he let on. Because I mean, they killed not only Casey, who was his ex, but Tatum, two of his girlfriends. He's not just. I think he says the whole peer pressure thing because he likes to come off stupid, like he's stupid, but he's
Yeah.
not stupid. I think he was manipulating Billy more than is kind of let on in that movie, especially when you remember that Wes Craven originally wanted him back for Scream 3, where he was organizing a group of killers from
Yeah,
within
like a
prison.
cult. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like an audio visual club, and he was kind of organizing them to kill for him.
Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, because yeah, the cult thing, but people saying the cult thing could still come back.
I think it's
Everyone
still
keeps on going like Stu's back. I'm a Stu alive conspiracy guy myself, but I would go like, dude, they didn't do it in the last one. I don't know,
I
or at
think
least
they're
it'll be
working up
like,
to something.
yeah, or it could be like a cliffhanger. That's what I'm
I
hoping for.
think I mean I like to I hope that with Kirby coming back, I think the coolest way to start this movie, I don't think it's gonna happen because I think the smart weaving is probably gonna be the opening kill. I
Mm,
think it would be cool though if the Ghostface attacked Kirby and she actually killed him because we've never seen that before. And then she's like, you know what? There's always more than one. So she goes and finds Gail because she knows Gail and she hears that Ghostface attacked a bunch of kids last year. And it's like, we
mm,
need to figure out who the other person is before they come for us. And then they finally get rid of that person at the end of the movie, and then you find out there's a lot of other ghost faces. So this is like a jigsaw cult. There's a whole bunch of people, maybe even across the country, and that sets
right.
you up for the part 7.
Or Stu from Scream will play the William Afton in the Friday night at Freddy's movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
heard
son
that.
loves him. By the way, Matthew Lillard is such a sweetheart. He's a really cool guy. My son's a big Scooby fan,
Mhm.
and he was so nervous to meet him. And Matthew Lillard was doing this big thing in front of an audience full of people, and my son was like barely holding up his hand because he wanted to ask him what his favorite Scooby Doo show was. He walked right up to my kid and he's like, "Hey, buddy, what's your question?" And he answered his question, and then he did the Shaggy voice for him in his ear. And then the next day, he remembered him, and my kid is so shy, and he totally picked up on that. And he's like, "I want to give you something," and he gave him this cool Scooby Doo hat, and it was just, he made it real special. Like it could have, when you meet your heroes, it can always go bad, but he made it really cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he seems like a nice, genuine dude. I think I'm gonna meet him next week. Next week, he's coming to my city for a horror convention.
That's cool. That's awesome.
That's dope. Well, I don't know if I meet him. There's probably a
What
line.
what state are you? Are you you're in Cali, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Southern
Oh,
California.
there's
Yeah.
tons of cool conventions there. We got Crypticon up here in Washington State. That's where I met him. It's a little
Oh, very cool.
smaller, but the cool thing about Crypticon is it's small enough that you actually get to talk to a lot of people. And this year we're getting an ET reunion, so that's cool.
Oh, very cool. All right, so with Billy and Stu, oh, we already said we're gonna have like one set of ghost faces. So
Only one. Only one.
dang, that's
Because
tough
otherwise it's
because we got
cheating. It's
Jill and
cheating.
Charlie,
No.
Mrs. Loomis, and Mickey.
We can't have a whole bunch of ghost
I
faces.
know, I know. That's a totally different bracket onto its own. Mrs. Loomis and Mickey, that is. And all right, here's another theory. I think they banged.
You.
He was like, hey, dude, college is expensive, and
Mickey, my
she would
dude.
not pay for his college if they weren't begging. Think
That's
about it.
messed. But she didn't have I guess you don't have to have a lot of respect for someone you're sleeping with. I
Yeah.
was like, she didn't have much respect for him. So there's Chucky and Tiffany is
Yeah,
another one.
Chucky and Tiffany.
Are Killer Dolls allowed in this? I mean, he's still a
I would
slasher,
say
right?
that. Oh, then we're going into like, are they going to be supernatural or not? And yes, because Michael Myers is supernatural, whatnot, like
I
he.
would say like not Freddy Krueger level supernatural because that gets into a whole
Oh
other
yeah,
thing.
or
But
Candyman. It's hard. It's like, oh man, are you
it's too
going in this
hard.
dream? Some people who are in this dimension in real world.
But Chucky mostly plays by his typical slasher rules. He doesn't kill people with magic. He kills people with a knife.
Yeah.
So Chucky and Tiff,
Yeah, yeah. Let's get those two down there.
I love him. I love Chucky.
Oh yeah, or like I was saying, Chucky. If you watch a TV series now there's an army of Chuckies. They go,
Oh
damn,
yeah,
dude. So it's like, if I got to pick like a tag team, like my best tag team partner, Chucky would be the buff Chucky because he could
I know.
straight punch
He goes right
somebody through the
through that
chest,
kid.
and you're
That
like,
was
I need that guy on
cool.
my team. So
Yeah.
he could, and it's sort of weak how he got killed. He just got like poisoned and fell down, and you're like, dude,
That was lame.
weak.
But like we had Killer Dolls Fight Night recently over on my channel, and
Mhm.
Chucky actually did really well. And the reason why is he went up against Megan, and he won. And the reason why is Chucky is a human being, so he doesn't need to Google everything. Like she can, but she's probably
Yeah.
gonna mess up a bit before she learns everything. I think in the long run she would win, but yeah, Chucky is able to think outside the box, and something
Oh,
like
let's
a
put
machine
that on a
could
poll.
do.
Let's see if anyone will answer this. Mithrigan.
Mithrigan.
Yeah, right. I got my eye on you, Mithrigan. Mithrigan versus Chucky. And it's like, which Chucky, right?
I would say your regular OG Chucky.
Well, because I think everyone goes like, we
Uh,
should have Megan versus the Chucky, the buddy doll, or
we did
versus
that.
Chucky, the serial killer doll.
So if you watch our Killer Dolls Fight Night, the very first one, because we always try to start strong and end strong. The first one was Megan versus the Buddy doll,
Yeah.
and she kicked its ass. And then the
Oh,
final fight was Megan versus Chucky, and Chucky's just been around for so long, and he's so much better at manipulation and stuff that
yeah.
ultimately, everyone decided that he won. But you need to put their names in their poll because it just says yes or no, so I don't know which one.
Oh my God. See, that's what happens. That's my first time doing a poll. I didn't know it'd
Well,
work.
now you know, and knowing's half the battle. The other
All
half is
right.
lasers.
All right, here's a new poll. There you go. Sorry, guys. Start a poll. Mithrigan versus Chucky.
So
Brad Dourif won.
here's a
Brad.
question for you.
Sure.
Is it just villains?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you could have like Sam and Dean Winchester.
Well, that's something else, right?
I don't know. I guess they're not slashers.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Yeah, I go yes or no. That's stupid. All right.
See, my what we argued and when we did Megan versus Chucky is like she got her ass kicked initially by a dog because she'd never seen one before. So I think in a first fight, he would win. He knows a lot more than her. She's only a few weeks old. She's not
Oh,
that
yeah,
old.
you're
He
right.
doesn't have a lot of real world
But,
experience. He can
dude,
manipulate her.
yeah, she's like the Matrix. She just like goes, now I know how to fly a helicopter or something. Like
Yeah,
she's
so I think
crazy.
she would lose the first couple of fights, but eventually she would learn and she would win later on. But for an
Yeah.
initial fight, I think he's gonna win.
Oh, that's good. All right,
Just
here
like
we
how
go.
she got beaten by the little girl in the movie.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
the
she
little
needed a
girl,
big old strong like
yeah, but the
robot.
little girl can think outside the box, just like Chucky can lead Megan into a press or something. You know, he's just has more world knowledge than her.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Let's see. I agree. Mega destroys Chucky without his army. See, that's if we're facing TV show Chucky. Yeah, but that I guess that's considered with the Brad Dorff Chucky, right? Because Brad Dorff is part of the TV show. Or here we go.
Technically, well, I guess we're
Who's
not
the
using
dude that
Freddy. I
got
was gonna
next
say
posted Screen 5? Vince. Oh yeah. He's one of my guesses for the next killer. He dead. How you gonna be a killer if he's dead, guy?
I guess technically, I mean Freddie and Jason teamed up, but it was not it wasn't I don't know, that's the worst Jason. He's terrible.
Which one?
Jason, who's a hydrophobic all of a sudden, even though he's
Oh
been in
yeah,
the
like I
movie
don't
as
know how to swim. Like bullshit, my guy. You were in the water all three, like three different occasions. Get
it makes
the
me
hell
so
out of here.
angry because the guy who directed that, Ronnie Yu, he did such a great job of Bride of Chucky. But
Mhm.
then in his behind the scenes stuff, he's like, "Yeah, I've never seen any of the Freddy or Jason movies," and it's like, "Yeah, it shows."
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
Ronnie Yu's like, I want to do something myself. Here you go. Yeah.
there's
I
so
still love that
many.
movie though. That movie's
The guys
awesome.
who wrote it did a great job, and they're like, "We had nothing to do with the water thing," and like I would be the same way. But those
Yeah.
kind of things that people are so looking forward to, they need to be made by fans. They need to be made by people who are at least willing to watch all the movies. Like the other one that annoyed me was Leprechaun Origins. They're like, "Oh, it's gonna be the best Leprechaun ever," and we've never seen a Leprechaun movie. It's like, then what business do you have making one?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's totally true. I don't know, Leprechaun only one was good to me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not
They're
so much
fun.
of
I think the first one's really good. I did a big video of it on my channel. I
yeah.
love part 3. I think it's really fun. And Leprechaun Returns, if you haven't seen it, give it a chance. It's really good. It's a direct sequel to the first one.
Oh, okay. All right. So with Megan versus Chucky, you're going with Megan?
I'm going with Chucky.
Oh, you're going with Chucky.
I don't think newborn Megan is able to outwit Chucky.
That's
Chucky is
right. Chucky
very
got experience. He's been killing people for 30
Chucky
years.
has had to learn to be really smart to face people who are a lot bigger than him. And
Mm,
in situations that where he honestly probably should lose, but he's so clever and he's so manipulative. I think it
mm.
would take a few fights before she'd be able to figure out how to beat him.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Megan is pretty new, but I think she's smarter. And here's the thing with Megan versus Chucky too. The Chucky the Buddy doll, it didn't seem as practical as the Megan one, right? Like
It
Megan,
really isn't, and it has the
yeah,
personality of a small child too.
yeah.
Like,
Or
what the
Megan was
heck?
just sort of made by like a Dr. Frankenstein guy, right? Or woman, right? Super genius. And the Buddy doll was made by like a crazy Vietnamese guy.
Well, the Buddy doll was made to be a toy,
Yeah.
and then someone was pissed off because it was basically made in a sweatshop, and they basically set his switch to evil, I guess.
Yeah, just like
It's
in The
not very
Simpsons.
good.
Yeah. Someone set this doll to evil. Yeah.
All right, what other
Let's see. I
tag
think
team
Chucky,
match
yeah,
again?
Chucky's got win over Megan. I got vote over Chucky. Yeah, I'll do that too. I was thinking practical, but Megan's got like an ectoskeleton suit, and I think it's like maybe she should be used for like the military or something. And
Well,
just Chucky the Buddy doll just seems like it was already old news. Like, oh yeah, it walks around and talks. Like, dude, that shit's amazing. That's why Megan, I think, just did better. It just felt like, oh, that's all real. And this buddy stuff is so out of left field. That's why I think people,
the other thing with
people
Megan
like
versus
better.
Chucky, she's a lot more fragile. She's a very expensive computer. A little bit of water on her needle.
Oh yeah, that's
She's way
true.
more. Chucky would drop a bucket of water on her and she'd be out. He is a lot more. He can think outside the box for one, but he's also a lot more durable than her. It
Dang,
takes
that's a
a
good
lot to
point.
kill Chucky,
Yeah,
and even though he's gone through a fan and he's been blown up, he always comes back. It's
yeah.
really nearly impossible to kill Chucky,
Oh,
whereas
I know. Yeah,
Megan,
you melt.
drop
Yeah,
her in
just in Child's Play 2, he sort of died like 3, 4 times, right?
yeah,
Child's Play 1, 2, or 3, it's like he got his hand chopped off, and then, yeah, yeah. Well,
she's
part
an
1, it's like he
expensive
got
computer.
burnt and is decapitated, and he's still coming at you. That
Drop
was
her in the pool, drop a bucket of water on her, hit her with a hose, she's done.
but
She
Megan
can't
sort of got, like, torn in half, so that was like a death that she sort of came back from. And,
some
like, the
things she
tournament.
can.
Yeah, I wanted to see more like Terminator, like when you thought Arnold died in T2 and was like finding alternate power source and shit. Like the ending chase scene should have been like a half hour to me.
I agree.
But
I agree. I did hear that the Blu-ray is going to be unrated because initially it was rated R, and then the TikTok thing made them realize that a lot of young people would want to see this, so they made it PG-13. So
mhm.
definitely get the Blu-ray because I know it's supposed to be a lot more bloody. I'm probably going to be more at the end there
Yeah.
too.
I saw an interview with James Wan. He's just like, well, I didn't feel like I was making a radar movie anyway. So I think maybe it made like minute cuts, like, oh, blood splatter. No, we can't have that, you know? So I hope. I don't think it's nothing like, oh, we're gonna get this unrated cut and it becomes Terrifier 2 all of a
I
sudden.
don't think so. I
You
mean,
know?
I think that's why they were willing to do it because I don't think you even need to have a lot of blood and guts to be a scary movie. I mean, look at this. The Breakfast Club is rated R. The
Yeah.
Grudge and The Ring are PG-13. Which
Oh
one's
yeah,
scarier
that's
to you?
crazy. There's movies that are just rated R because you said fuck like 2, 3 times more than
The
the
ratings board is
allowed is.
skewed, and they're going to give a rated R for a little bit of sexuality. The Strangers is rated R, and it's only because there's a very brief kind of sort of sex scene where
Yeah.
you see Liv Tyler's thigh. That's it. There's not a lot of language in it. A lot of
Yeah.
f bombs going to get you a rated R. So, but they don't know how to quantify scary.
All right,
So,
so let's get back to this with Chucky and Tiffany. All right, yeah, Chucky and Tiffany, they're a good duo. They work together. Yeah, see, I get all like Trump. They work together. They're the best. They're the best together. See, Chucky and Tiffany, they did work together well in Bride of Chucky, but they're too compatible. They're too explosive together, right? They couldn't even go through the whole movie without turning on each other. Same do with Seed of Chucky too. So that's why I think they're more like an 8 seed. That's why like Billy and Stu versus I think if we're making a tournament, we gotta do like 1 seed versus 8 seed, like first rounders. Chucky and Tiffany might not even get out of the first round, right?
yeah,
Possibly. Yeah.
I figured we'd do them all in the first round, and then the winner goes on to the second round, and then the
Yeah.
winner of that one goes to the the finals.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's a good yeah. But Chucky and
Well,
Tiffany, that's why I think they might not last long as a couple, and they're
I
more
don't
like
think
an
so
8 seed.
either.
Yeah.
And we're gonna plan it. Like, let's get our teams down,
Yeah,
and
okay, yeah.
then we're
I
gonna
know,
pair
yeah.
people up who
Mhm.
are because we don't want a squash match. We'll pair
Yeah.
people up who can reasonably give each other a good fight, and we'll also look. Here, I'll show you my window.
Okay.
We'll also look at okay, well, if they win, who would they be fighting? You know,
Yes.
so that we know. So you can just add that into
Oh,
your
look how
thing.
cool this
Yeah.
is.
So, uh, like right now, I'm just throwing them on there. So say
Yeah.
we have Tori and Michael versus Billy and Stu. The winner of that would fight Chucky and Tiffany. So obviously, we probably want to change that around a bit so that we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
more
Oh,
fights.
yeah, we could come up. All right, yeah, let's get the teams down first. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's get all
So
these teams down. See, guys, this is like a brainstorm session. We're getting this bracket done, and then we will go to Gorey B Movies channel and we will finish it.
yes, on
So
Sunday.
yeah. So we got this is a we're coming up with the teams.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
this is
Hey,
hard because we
Slasher,
set
my
the
bad. I
parameter.
just came back from killing a couple of campers. Jason's in the house. I hope you make it inside this tournament, Jason. We do have a spot for you. All right, let's make this official. Let's go with Jason and Pamela Voorhees. They gotta be a team. They
Sounds
were in
good.
Friday the 13th together, right? But the caveat to that, Jason, is you have to be a child because you were a child kid coming out of the lake, and Pamela Voorhees, you're an old lady. So
Pamela can still get it. She's good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
She was killing grown, capable campers in that movie, so she could go.
oh, so I was trying to think of horror movies that have more than one killer.
Mhm.
Another one would be the Fear Street movies. They have a whole bunch of killers.
Oh, that's a good one. You want to put that on there?
Which two
Fear
would we
Street
get?
Killers. Yeah, I guess let's get more teams and then we'll whittle them down
Yeah.
probably, right?
So let's see. There's the skull head face one. What were their names?
Oh,
There's the
damn.
Nightwing killer. Uh, Let me find a list of the names. Fear Street killers. There's the Milkman, the Grifter. So how about Skull Mask and the Nightwing Killer?
I'm down for that, sure. And they're more recent, but yeah, they're not as memorable if we still got to look them up,
Yeah,
right?
well, we might not use them. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, yeah, we're just throwing yeah, let's throw some out here. All right,
Another
here.
one
All
that
right.
has two killers is I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. It's the guy in his
Oh,
son.
yeah, the sequel I still know with the Benson and you're right, Benson. Oh
Yeah.
man. I say that goes. That
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure. All right, here. When we
Oh,
said one couple, one ghost face couple, because I also had Mrs. Loomis and Mickey, but we already went like one ghost face couple because that's a lot. Oh, here you go. Here's a gold one. Jigsaw and Amanda. Boom. Because they work together well. Because Jigsaw and what the Detective Hoff, he actually worked longer with her, right? Because Amanda and Jigsaw, they just worked together on Saw 2 and Saw 3, right?
Mhm.
And by 4, I think Hoffman killed her, right? They get
Oh,
blurry with me, all those Saw movies.
what about Chop Top and Leatherface?
That's a good one. I say, yeah, because I at first I was like factions with the strangers, but that's 3 of them. But then it could be like Freebird rules, like the New Day or something. There's like 3 in there, but you only do 2 if it's like one's injured or something, right?
I think it's just pick 2.
Yeah,
So the strangers, I mean, honestly, the girls, just like either girl would be fine.
yeah. Oh yeah, so both girls together, maybe.
So the strangers, but only one of the girls can be in at a time.
Yeah, that's like mixed tag rules. Yeah, maybe.
Or
I
we could
don't
just
know.
pick one, either pinup girl or dollface. They're kind of the same.
Yeah, they're kind of the same. So maybe
And
that
but
cat guy along
pinup
with one of them.
gets kind of her butt kicked in the second one.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right,
I'm
stranger.
gonna go with Dollface because she just has a lot. We don't know that much about Pinup Girl. So Dollface and the Masked Man.
Yeah, a sackhead guy.
Yeah,
Sackhead.
Sackhead.
Sackhead. Yeah.
So complimentary. Sup, Sackhead?
What's up, sackhead?
Sounds so terrible.
All right, so let's
Uh,
see. What else do we got here? So we got Jigsaw and Amanda, right?
yeah, I
Fear
want
Street.
Amanda over Hoffman just because I love slasher movies, but they can tend to be kind of a sausage fest. So if we can get some ladies in here, let's mix it up.
That's good. Yeah, we gotta
And she's
represent.
crazy.
Yeah.
She
I think
crazy.
Amanda was the better one too. Like, I
I
yeah, it
agree.
took me a bit to be like, oh, Hoffman, that's ridiculous. And I like Amanda. Like she was the one to go down in the needles and put her hands through all that.
Oh,
Like
well,
she
her
actually got dirt. Like she actually put herself in one of the traps, and she's a trap survivor. I just love her backstory. She was a drug addict. She's one of the best people. It's too bad that like they killed her off too soon. You know, like
I
they
agree.
yeah they should have kept Amanda around a whole lot longer.
Well, she's gonna be in the new one this year.
Oh no way.
Mhm.
Yeah, Saw 10. That's gonna be something. Wait, Jigsaw and Hoffman team up, they might win the first round. Hoffman was like a hitman. Ooh, that's true. Dang, dude. Hoffman was
So,
like
if you
he's
want
trained, right? He had military like he has all of his cop experience. He's got a weapons arsenal.
I
He's
actually
gonna
have
be
an idea for
deadlier
you.
than Amanda.
I have an idea for you. What about Hoffman and Amanda? They have technically worked together. They're going off of
Oh,
Jigsaw's teachings because Jigsaw's a little old man. He
yeah.
cannot fight anybody. He just comes up with the traps. So
Oh,
they
I
can
have to
still
end
have
one.
traps,
Yeah.
but they're the fighters.
Ooh. All right. Oh, here we go, dude. That's a good one, guys. What about Malignant? Oh shit! Because
It's kind
are
of
they
a
gonna work
team.
together? But they're working together in the same body.
They don't like each other.
Yeah, they don't like Gabriel
I
and
will say, I
that.
don't want to spoil it, but there's a movie that came out this year that has more than one killer. But it might
Oh,
be
okay.
too soon. The year just started. I'm not gonna suggest it. I don't want to spoil it.
What?
So how
Oh,
about Amanda and Hoffman?
Amanda and
What do you
Hoffman.
think?
All right. Well, I'll call this other poll. It seems like Chucky got 64%. That it's still close. I think Megan's just getting a whole lot of love. That's pretty close. Maybe people still haven't. Maybe if we give it like a year or two, or Megan gets another movie, I don't know. It
Maybe.
could go past Chucky.
I like I said, I think in the long run she would learn. She'd get her
Yeah.
ass kicked 2 to 3 times, and she like with the dog. She got her ass kicked by the dog. The dog could have killed her. if he would go
Oh,
first.
yeah, yeah, maybe she's like, "Man, I'm being restrained. I'm not gonna kill this dog in front of everybody right
She's
now."
the type where she's gonna kinda hand back and let him kick her ass even just to figure him out. The thing is he is really smart, and before she has a chance to figure it out, I think he's gonna dump a bucket of water on her or push her in a
Oh, yeah,
pool
you're
or
right. The water, I didn't even think about the water.
a
That was a
big
good point
weakness.
because she started to go, like
Uh-huh.
she couldn't even handle a thing of water. Chucky
Mm,
gets drenched in blood and all this. Get the hell out of here, a thing of water. Oh, dude, here's another one in the chat. Dang, man is just crushing it with these picks, dude. The
good
Devil's
job. How
Rejects.
about,
Oh man, we gotta
Baby
put.
Firefly and Otis? Because Spalding doesn't actually really do a whole lot of killing.
Yeah, that's
Hush,
true.
my child. Sorry, my dog.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so two of them. Yeah, those are like New Day rules. Like we gotta get two
I'm
of
gonna
them.
just go with Baby Firefly and Otis because Spalding doesn't. Hold on a sec. My son came home.
Oh, there you go. Cool. Or V
All
has
right.
some picks, sure. But the Malignant one's a good one. The Doctor, yeah. Or it would just be Gabriel, maybe, and I don't know
The
what,
trouble
but
is the girl who that he shares his sister. She's not a killer, so you really only have one killer.
yeah. What about Billy and Pig Puppet from Saw? Dude,
They're
they're
not
the same
killers. They've
person,
never
right?
killed
No,
anybody.
you can't be a little puppet. The puppet doesn't do anything, guy.
Puppet doesn't do anything. It's not alive.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
You're on the list, Jason. You are Kid Jason with Pamela. I like to refer
Uh,
them as they're real. Like Jason is right here with us.
I'm trying to think of some more tag teams. Back again, and let's begin. So like having a '90s
Well,
moment
if we
here.
throw in the ghost faces, maybe you could will it down who's the best ghost face team that should make it forward.
We could just do a Ghostface one if you want to do this. You
Oh,
know,
if we're getting more teams, but how many teams do we got right now? We got Shop
right
Top
now
and
we have
Leatherface. Did
about
you add
10.
that one already?
Huh?
Shop Top and Leatherface, right?
Yeah, I got it. So
Oh,
give me
okay.
a second. Hypothetically, let me see how many Ghostface teams there would be. I know
Well, there's
Eric and I have been
9.
working on one where it's who's the best Ghostface, period. They're
Oh, okay.
individual. But looking at Ghostface teams, give me just a sec, just hypothetically. So let's see.
Yeah.
Billy and Stu. And then you got Loomis
Jason, I would whoop him. Of
and
course you would,
Nikki.
dude. And it depends what sequel Jason, dude. I would think part 6, you probably beat everybody.
And I'm
Like if
putting
I
Roman
got
down with Angelina because I still think she's a Ghostface.
yeah, there you go.
And part 5, Richie
And there you go.
and
Huff is definitely my favorite Jigsaw apprentice. That's true.
Amber.
Oh, there you go. Amber and Richie.
So you would
Yeah, a
have
lot
5
of those were just straight up couples. Like Amber definitely really hooked up with Richie.
So you'd
Hmm.
have 5. If you wait till after Scream 6, you'd have 6 teams.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait. That could be a whole cult. That could be a faction.
It could be so many.
Yeah.
All right. Going back to our previous bracket. I think that's one we should come back to later because who
Sure.
knows what cool Ghostface is going to be in the next one, dude.
We don't even know yet.
Guy in the movie Christine Arnie?
Arnie?
Yeah, we can't have Arnie and Christine. That's like too supernatural.
I sort of like it. It's ridiculous. It's a car.
Um,
And they sort of worked well together. They had, I don't
yeah, but
know.
we kind of established that we weren't going to do anything too supernatural.
That's
Possessed
very
or
supernatural. You're
supernatural.
right. I'm sorry, but man, but that's good. I like how wild and crazy that is.
I like that you're thinking outside the box.
Yeah, I like that.
Because yeah, there's like a lot of ones where I'm like, we can take the Lost Boys, but they're vampires, so that doesn't work.
Vampires, maybe if we're allowing Jason in there.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like vampires is its own thing. I'm looking around. I'm looking around for some ideas on the walls because there's a lot of stuff here.
There we go.
I'm
Well, how many
cheating.
we got so far?
We've got. Wait, did I not?
It's got to be like 12 or something at this
We had
point.
10.
We got 10.
Yes. So let me go through and make sure that I got all the ones you said. So I'm going to present my screen.
Okay.
I'll present the window. There we go. That's better. Okay. So we've got I'll make that smaller.
Oh yeah, can you blow that up? I'm trying to see that.
Here. Uh-oh. There, is that better?
Yeah, sure. I gotta
That
go
better?
real close to it. I'm an old man. I can't see that far away.
Oh, look at
There you
that.
go.
Oh
That's very
yeah.
cool. All right,
So
so
we've
we
got
got
Billy and Stu, Chucky and
mhm.
Tiffany. Actually what I can do to make it easier to see them is just go to here. You can see the participants here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good and big. I think. Yeah. Hoff and Amanda.
So are we missing anyone?
Let's see. Bruce and Mrs. Bruce from Jaws 2. No, we're not having what sharks.
And they're not in the same movie, are
That's
they?
that's real ridiculous. That's the ridiculous bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
um
Oh, we got Michael Myers is here. Yes, you are teaming up. Yeah, don't forget Michael and Corey. That's
I
what
love
we
how you're
mentioned.
like stroking the egos of all the slashers. Don't worry, buddy. You're in there, okay?
You're in there
Like
already.
you're a
You
little
made
afraid
the
they're gonna
cut.
come to your house.
Yes, you and Corey are definitely teaming up.
So let's
It
see.
could be Michael and little girl Jamie. I mean, from Halloween 4. They were both killers in the same movie, even though they made it out
They're
like
really
I'm
good.
sorry, she's supposed to have died. She stabbed her, and it was supposed to be the whole she passed on the whole thing, right? I don't know.
Uh,
To fill it out, we could put in some more ghost faces for now. I guess
um,
so. Because is anybody beating Amber and Richie? Like, who's Amber and Richie beat on this list?
well, we want to get it down to 8, otherwise it's gonna be way too long, especially with 2 people on each team.
Yeah.
So we already need to get rid of a couple of them.
Yeah, we need some to make the cut. All right, who's on the chopping block? We'll put it up to a poll.
So I think Corey and Michael is a given. Everybody wants that one. Everyone wants Billy and
Dude,
Stu.
that's a number 1 seed to me. I think there's cruising to the finals.
Uh, Jason and Pamela, yeah.
Yeah. Gotta keep them.
Chucky and Tiffany.
Chuck and Tiffany, definitely. But I think they just might get out. But we have to have them in there.
The Skull Mask and the Nightwing Killer from Fear Street.
That's one I think could be on the
They're
that
a
could
little supernatural too, a little bit.
they're a little supernatural, yeah. Well, so is Chucky and Tiffany, but you know.
I Still Know What You Did Last Summer team, father and son.
Oh damn! But that movie is not regarded as one of the best ones. Yeah,
Yeah, well, that way you get a tag team, but you
yeah.
can put it on the bottom.
Oh,
Hoffman and
there you go.
Amanda.
Did you add the Bates? Ooh, there you go. We could.
I think if you went with Bates Motel, it would work, but it wouldn't work with the movie because she's dead.
Yeah, that's true. Or what recent movie did you just say that there's a killer couple in?
There's technically 3 killers in
What? What? Oh, what? There's 3 killers in
Sick.
Sick. Yeah, I think we should put them on there. I like
It's
Sick
so new.
and
I don't want to spoil it for people.
oh, it's on Peacock, man. They could pay $10.
And honestly, one of them's I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, then you get more into sport. Yeah, it's a little bit recent. Yeah, I like that movie. Sick. How'd you like Sick?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? I loved it how it was like old school slashers, how they used to have like a motive behind all their reasoning, and yeah, they sort of deserve their justice in the end, like Bloody Valentine and all that stuff.
Yeah, like a
Prom
lot of
night.
people like it, and that's cool. For me, it just felt really kind of derivative.
Yeah.
I think it's filmed decently, but it wasn't filmed in a way that was particularly scary. It was filmed very just kind of basic. I think
Yeah.
the kills were for the most part okay, but the characters are terrible. And at least in those old slashers, especially My Bloody Valentine, those kids are so likable. And I don't need them to be likable, but I do need them to be interesting. And the two girls we're with, they're not at all interesting. Then the guy, the dopey guy who's super not interested in him, and the killers, it's a guy in a hoodie wearing a COVID mask. Like it just for me, it didn't really capture my interest all that much. And when
Yeah.
you think about it, so this whole thing's taking place in a week. How the heck did they get that whole plan together in a matter of days? They
You
figured
know
out
what?
who they want to kill. Like
All
I
right,
don't
all
know.
right,
It's all
here. I'll mention something that some detractor said about the movie about how they get those tests in time and stuff. And I go, well, I when COVID at its peak, I was working at a place that made COVID-19 tests, and we had ton of tests. We just couldn't sell it inside the U.S. So maybe they just got their hands on all those testing and stuff
What
like
I
that.
mean is they lost their child. So there's the
Yeah.
grieving, there's the reeling.
Oh yeah.
Then they have to figure out who did it. There's a lot of people that he's been exposed to, and this girl's asymptomatic too. So they've narrowed it down to her that easily within a few days. Plus, they're not. How did her son become an Olympic freaking swimmer chasing after that rat? Like, they're all ready for this. They've got their costumes. They know exactly where these girls are. Even if you do figure out who it is, you got to figure out where they are, where they're going to be, how to hack into their phones. I wish they would have given us some information on these people. Like if they were already killers, I'd be like, all right, fair enough. They were already
All
killers.
right, here's another thing. Even though I like the movie, I don't like how the girl fell off the roof and it's like a broken leg. Like your back is broken. Your
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just it felt kind of derivative, and it felt like it didn't really. I, I don't know. It just didn't have, for lack of a better word, it didn't have a soul to it. You know, it just felt really by the numbers, but it didn't really have anything new or special to add. It didn't have characters you care about.
I think, and I like how like the rich girl was like a little bit spoiled because that's how they are in real life. I remember dating a
Uh
rich
huh.
girl back in my day. Yeah, they're awful people like that.
But
And
yeah,
they had a big old cabin. I remember that's the same thing with people said about bodies, bodies, bodies. Like they hate
I
the
like
people.
buddies, buddies, buddies.
Yeah,
But
and they go
then
like, oh, and I go like, dude, it's like hot girls and drugs. I go, I want to party with them,
But
right?
bodies and acknowledge the fact that their characters were unlikable. That was the point of the
Yeah,
movie.
that's
It was
true.
kind of throwing shade against this generation that's supposedly so woke, but these people are still awful. You can say all the right things, you can still be a terrible person. That
Yeah,
was the point of bodies, bodies, bodies. This girl, especially the main girl, she's terrible. She's a
yeah.
spoiled, entitled little brat.
She's not even
And
acknowledging the
even the
guy's her
killers,
boyfriend, and she's
I'm
making out with
sorry,
dudes on Instagram. That's skanky.
even the killers, during COVID, I wasn't going to fucking parties. So why was their son there if he's so, innocent?
Yeah, like
And
your son had a
what
part to play
young
too.
person who's 20 years old dies of COVID in a matter of days?
Yeah,
Like within a day, he got it and he died.
maybe he had a
And
pre-existing
yet,
condition. Did he have
then why
asthma?
is he going to a
Or
college party?
I don't know. Kids are dumb.
But it's just, I don't know. It falls apart so easily. It just
Yeah.
feels so, and that's what made me sad because Kevin Williamson wrote it, and I thought it was so poorly written.
Oh,
The fire stunt's cool. Some of the stunts are cool. It's not
I
something I enjoyed.
I like the kills. I like how she killed the killer, and I loved it. I go, what the hell? We're like halfway through this movie, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, the second guy comes out, and you go, yes, Kevin Williamson. Of course, there's gonna be more than one killer.
And that's the thing too. It's like you're just doing Scream again.
Yeah.
But Scream actually had satire, had something to say. I don't even know what this movie's trying to say about COVID because your hero is a girl who exposed people. That doesn't
Hmm.
make sense. And
Yeah.
it didn't make, I don't understand what he's trying to say.
No.
It just
But
wasn't good. It was
I,
a Scream. It's like if you bought Scream on Wish.
well, Scream is more like a who done it. There wasn't no who done it because after he took off
Yeah,
the max, she was just like, oh yeah, some dude. All right, I don't
there's
know.
no suspect, so it's not even fun to guess who the killer is.
But I was suspicious about the guy, and the guy was stupid. Like, oh, I'm just gonna check my car. And even if you leave the door open, dude, you got bears and raccoons and all
I
this
know. Oh my
stuff
god! I was
all
like,
over.
"Are you just gonna leave that door open forever?"
Yeah.
Ugh. So frustrating. But I'm in the minority here, so you guys love it. I
Do a
always
lot of
say,
people? I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of
really,
people who like defend
on
it as much.
Letterbox, it's pretty overwhelmingly positive. I
Oh,
need to go by Letterbox, but I mean, like I always say to people, if you love a horror movie, that's about the coolest freaking thing I can think of, even if it's one I don't like.
Mm. Oh, that's why it's on Peacock and not in theaters. Mm.
Yeah, well, they released, Halloween Kills and Ends on Peacock too. I think
Mm.
Peacock's cool, but
All
I
right,
don't know.
here.
I thought it was kind of a January dump movie. Like it wasn't good.
Or
But
you
that's
want to go
my
over the list again? I gotta
yes,
get out
the
of the room.
list.
I gotta
The
go. I
list.
gotta get out of the room for a second. So here,
Yeah.
pick up
You
some
want me
stuff.
to like talk to your people?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You're like, all right, guys, now that he's gone, it's just you and me. All right, we're gonna do some crazy stuff on this channel. No, I'm not gonna do anything bad. Let me know in the chat if you guys have any ideas for tag teams that we haven't already thought of. They kind of have to be non-supernatural and they need to have been established in the movie together. So, like Corey and Michael was a great one. What we have so far, do. Um, by the way, guys, if you're enjoying hanging out with me, if you go at Gorey B Movie, that's my channel, you can visit me over there and definitely come check us out on Sunday because that's when me and Slasher are going to be doing the actual fight. So we're kind of doing the card now, determining who's going to be in it. But the actual fight will happen this Sunday at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. So that's 10:30 Eastern. Yeah, so definitely check that out. We have a lot of fun. We do a lot of these fight nights. We've done Killer Dolls. Last week we did Universal Monsters. I also got a lot of Scream stuff coming up here soon where we're going to do a whole series on why we love each individual Scream movie. And Slasher is going to be joining me for part 5. So that's going to be really fun. Usually every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I stream. So if you guys want to join me, it'll be lovely to have you there. Let's see what tag teams we got. We got Corey and Michael, Billy and Stu, Jason and Pamela. So it's Kid Jason. Chucky and Tiffany, Hoffman and Amanda, Chop Top and Leatherface, Dollface and Sackhead, Baby Firefly and Otis. And then, yeah, I think we're probably going to get rid of Skull Mask and Nightwing. And I still know, but I'm going to double check with him when he gets back. He's got parenting to do. Parenting is important. Hey, dude.
Hey. Oh, should I put off the screen? Sure.
Huh?
Oh no, I was like, oh, they were just looking at my empty chair for a bit.
Oh, it's all good. I talked to them.
Oh, okay.
Spilled all the deepest, darkest secrets. So I think we should get rid of I Still Know and Skull Mask and Nightwing. And then we've got a pretty solid lineup. What do you think? And then we can
Sure.
get into figuring out what's our main event and what's our. I think the opening match needs to be killer, and I think the main event needs to be a good one.
Yeah,
If you
like.
ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe you could do some holiday them killers versus each other tag team. Oh, okay.
Holiday Killers is a great idea for a fight night.
Yeah, Michael and Sam versus Turkey and Leprechaun. What? Oh my god, you guys are getting very abstract with that. I like it. You guys are getting very creative.
I'll probably just do that as a regular fight night, not like tag teams, but
Yeah.
that's a good one. So let's put Corey and Michael. I think it needs to be in our main event. That's the
Yeah.
one we're both really excited for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who do we want Corey and Michael to fight? So it needs to be
Cool.
somebody they can be a little extra durable, but slashery.
Yeah, but I don't want like I said, if I put them against like them versus Billy and Stu, that's not a first rounder. You don't want to see that in the first round. That's too tough of a choice, you know?
I think Billy and Stu should be the first fight. Whoever they fight against should be first. That's a good one to start with because people love Billy and Stu.
Yeah, people love Billy and Stu, and they should be on opposite ends, I think, because that's almost like setting up your finals, right? Because that's two number one seeds right there.
So Billy and Stu, well, first I'm going to say Chop Top and Leatherface against Corey and Michael is it's a good fair one.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
You
That
like
that
that?
seems cool.
All right, I'm
That
going to make
seems
that for our
cool.
main event. So it's the
Yes.
big one, Sunday, Chop Top and Leatherface
Yeah,
versus Corey and
Leatherface.
Michael.
Oh man, that's a big matchup. Big matchup.
I think that one could go either way, and that's the exciting ones where you're like, it comes down to the argument and your and I's research because we're going to research through Sunday about their strengths and their weaknesses. We'll present all those, and then the chat gets to vote, and the chat has final say. But yeah, I think that one can go either way. Sometimes as I research them, though, I'm like, ooh, there's a loophole. Like the water
Yeah.
thing with Megan.
Well, yeah,
Um,
like the Megan thing. I was going like Megan could whoop her. Oh yeah, she can't even fuck with water.
there's some like
Oh,
we just did Universal Monsters, and I try not to think about it too much initially. I just do the research, but I was like,
mhm.
Dracula's gonna take this. It's Drac.
Yeah,
Invisible Man did. And again, it's just because he's so intelligent and he's so dang crazy. And it came
yeah.
down to him and the mummy. All you have to do is destroy the scroll, and he's going to blow that place up like
Oh,
dynamite.
here I got super chat. I'm so not used to these coming in. I'm sorry. Commando Spawn. What do you think of Todd McFarlane's Dark News Spawn movie he's making?
I think it can only be better than The Lost.
Yeah, man, what? They haven't done a
Where they
Spawn
did like
movie?
Violator and stuff. I don't know. That movie, I love it in like a nostalgia kind of way, but the CGI is so outdated. And the thing is with Spawn, it's such a great story.
Yeah.
It's so great. You know what I would love to see in another fight night? The Crow and Spawn. Those are two very similar characters I love.
Yes, we need more fights. Every time I have in a chat or something, like they're always like, "Hey man, Pennyfoot Wise versus Candyman" or something like that. All the time, some ridiculous fights or something. I go, "Well, cool.
There's tons over on my channel if you
Yeah,
want to
I
see
know.
fights.
That's why I was like, this is the perfect forum for you because, of course, you want more fights, more brackets, Universal Monster fights, everything. You go to Gorey B's channel and you check those out.
Fight
And
night.
I will be there Sunday and we will be finishing up this bracket. But
So
that's a good matchup. I think that's a very solid matchup. We got Leatherface in that. Yes, Leatherface and Chop
so
Top.
I'm
Because
trying
they
to think
did
of
work together on the kill initially as well. Even though the
who,
whole family works well together. Yeah.
but they're the ones who go to the radio station to get
Yeah.
stretch.
That's what. But Leatherface got distracted with the ladies. So maybe if he gets distracted with the
Hmm.
ladies, he falls in love again. And yeah.
So Billy and Stu, I mean, these are high school boys. They're a little
Mhm.
clumsy, bless their souls. They know a lot
Yeah.
about horror.
Yeah.
Who are they going to be good with? I'm
Let's
looking.
see. Jigsaw and Amanda.
Are we doing Jigsaw and Amanda or Hoffman and Amanda?
Dang, that's tough. Because Hoffman's a bigger threat, but you said like we got to throw in some more ladies in, and I go Amanda has the better backstory that I like.
Because I
We can
don't
make
think
a
Jigsaw, just the old man with cancer, can really put up a fight. But
yeah,
his followers use his traps, so you get kind of the best of all three.
yeah. Or people are saying, look, Jason is saying Hoffman and Amanda, like two of the apprentices together. I don't
That's
think
what
they
I
ever.
said. Yeah, Hoffman
Oh
and
yeah,
Amanda
but
together.
we need to put Jigsaw in there because he's the
Yeah,
brain.
but he taught them.
They're not. They don't have their own traps. Amanda's not an engineer.
All right, all right. So do you want Hoffman or Amanda?
Yeah, I think we need Jigsaw and Hoffman or Amanda. We could put all three of them. I don't know. We one could be a
You've done
three.
so good at keeping it at two, though.
Yeah, we'll put it to a poll. Well, I think. Yeah, let me see if I could do a poll real quick, and then we'll go with those results. Hopefully. All right. How are we gonna do this?
Unless you want them to go against like the stranger, but we'd have to have like. I guess we could if they go against like the strangers, 3 on 3.
All right, maybe that's a better matchup
But
because I
then
think.
after the fight, here's okay. I got it for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Here's what I propose, my friend.
Mm.
So we're gonna have Jigsaw, Hoffman, and Amanda against the 3 strangers. Now, whoever wins,
Ooh.
somebody dies in that fight. So if it's Jigsaw, Hoffman, and Amanda, who died?
Yeah, that's right.
They don't move on to the
Okay.
next run. So
Yeah.
somebody dies in this fight. What do you think?
That's dope. I like it. Book it.
I love it.
Book it. That's gonna be a fight. Because someone's gotta die, right? And then
Yeah,
we could put a
someone dies.
vote on who dies out of that matchup.
I dig it.
Oh,
So
that's that same thing where we go with the strangers, and you're like, well, the strangers, yeah, one of them could die, and yeah, two of them carry on. Because that's
so
how
with
New Day does
um,
it. New Day, when Big E broke his neck or something, now it's just the two New Day members.
I love
Yeah,
Vicky. He's so cute.
yeah, he'll be back.
Against Billy and Stu, what about Baby Firefly and Otis?
Yes, I like that.
Comparable to him, like Stu, Baby
Yeah.
Firefly and Stu are both crazy, and then
All right,
Otis.
because I that's a good matchup. They're both human. They're both like that, and I think Billy and Stu's going over them, though. You know, because I don't want to put. We can't do Billy and Stu versus somebody that because they're like they're a one pick. I think they're like
Mhm.
Eastern Conference champions, and Michael and Corey could be like the Western Conference
Well,
champions.
see, here's the thing. Like, so whoever wins the first two fights, they fight the winner of that round. And what
Yeah,
I'd like to see is, then you get to the semifinals where
yeah.
so it'd be cool if it ended up being like Billy and Stu versus Corey and Michael. But you will have to see.
Ooh, look, novel Pennywise versus 70. Oh man, that Pennywise is way too
He's an
supernatural.
alien.
Yeah, he's an alien. Yes.
We
Versus
have had
78
Pennywise
Michael.
on the show that we did demons. I
Oh.
can't remember. I think he went against Candyman. I don't remember. There's a lot of these fight nights on the show. Come at the channel.
Yeah, that's nice.
And people can always come back too, but I want to
Yeah.
see different combinations. Like I've seen when we did slashers, Jason versus Michael and stuff. So I like to mix it up. And this is Kid Jason, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want Kid Jason versus Chucky and Tiffany.
Dude, yes, right, she's old and he's like a kid.
Yeah,
So
and they're
it's a
dolls.
fair fight. It's a fair fight, that
Yeah.
one.
Okay, so
Oh,
check
so we're
this
going for
out.
like fairness, yeah, because she's an old
Yes,
lady, osteoporosis, all that. She's very diminished. And kid Jason, he's new, like you said, Megan and the new legs. That's his first time he ever popped out of that leg. So
yeah.
yeah,
So I'm gonna share my screen and see what you think of it because I think we've got it.
think you got it.
I
All
think we
right.
got it. So check this out. So here I'm gonna just show you the bracket.
Oh, wait, here's another one. Yaji Predator. What the hell is Yaji Predator? Is that the?
It's the OG, I believe. There's a lot of the Yaoji is the species of alien in the Predator movies.
Oh, okay.
So I
I
believe
thought
they're
you
kind
meant
of
like because the Predator there was like a big ass Predator, and I was like Yaji. I don't know.
that's I can't remember what they call it. There's a lot of
I know
different names.
Commando. If you just gotta say it, be like the big ass Predator from Predator or something. Don't get all technical with us. Yeah.
I believe the
Versus
Yaoji is
Jeepers Creepers, but he don't work with nobody.
Jeepers Creepers is also really supernatural too.
Yeah, he's really supernatural.
And we
But
don't usually do tag teams. It's like I said, it's the first tag team we've ever done. So I've had actually the Creeper and I've had the Predator in Fight Nights before. But for
oh,
this one,
okay.
we're doing
Who they
him.
think? Oh, okay.
It was creatures, which was like they had to be at least like 8 feet tall. That's
Oh
what Predator
shit.
was in, and then we had demons, and I believe that's where we no, maybe Creeper was in the slashers. He was either in slashers or demons. We did
Mm.
a big one last year. So we had like vampires, witches, werewolves, and the winner of each of those went into the ultimate showdown, which was the winner of all the like last season.
Mm.
You know what was crazy? Ernest won that. So it came down to it, and the winner was Cthulhu. And my son was pissed because Ernest was on the hunters for Ernest Scared Stupid. And he's like, he would have taken the whole thing. I'm like, I think you're insane. So but
No.
he twisted my arm. So when Cthulhu won, I were like, we have a last minute challenger, and Ernest came in, and because he has Toon Force, he actually won.
All right. I can't believe it. Well, I think that's why sometimes on the chat, like we did that Killjoy bracket, Halloween Ends almost won the whole thing. Get the hell out of here. Halloween Ends was not the last year's horror movie list was so packed. Halloween Ends wasn't even close to being.
But that's why it's up to you and me to convince them to argue, like, hey guys, these are the things you need to
Yeah,
consider. And
that the
remember that it's not who you like. Well, in that case, it is what you like the best. So if they really liked Halloween the best, then it would deserve to win.
so all right. So far we got Billy and Stu versus.
And you also got to look at how many people have voted and how many people are watching. Sometimes there's people just sitting there like, hey, guys, vote. We need some
Yeah.
votes.
And then
So
Chucky and
check this
Tiffany.
out. So Billy and Stu versus Baby Firefly and Otis. They're going to go against Jason and Pamela. So say hypothetically you end up getting Billy and Stu versus Jason and Pamela. That's fairish, right? Because that's kind of you got to kind of look at like your second string here.
Yeah.
And then we've got Jigsaw, Hoffman, and Amanda. Only a team of two will go on to the next one, which
Yeah.
would be against Chop Top, Leatherface, and Corey Michael. Now, Chop Top, Leatherface, and Corey Michael, they're big hitters. So I don't
Yeah.
want them again it paired with the Jason and Pamela because I think they're gonna kick a little too much ass. But these guys up here are pretty human, and I've seen all of them get their butts kicked, so I think that's fair. And then the winner of these two goes over here, and then you get your ultimate winner. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
I think
Nice.
it's a good card. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good.
We did it.
Pretty,
We did
pretty
it.
good.
We
Yeah,
did
we
it.
did it.
Yeah. You have a kid. Don't tell me you don't know that song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know too many of these damn Coco Melon songs already, dude.
Coco Melon. Coco Melon
Yeah,
wasn't around
she's
when my
still
kid
on
was
Coco
little,
Melon.
but there was like a Dora and little Einsteins.
Or like I said, like without tag teams, or like you said with the strangers and stuff, that's almost like three. Oh, you know who we left out so far? Pinhead. Pinhead and a Cinnabite.
And had the demon.
Yeah, I know. But he's still
He's
something.
massively supernatural, bro.
He's massively supernatural. Oh,
Someone
dang.
suggested Jigsaw and Logan from the prequel because Jigsaw's a bit younger.
Yeah, that's true. All right, yeah, this is the Grounded. They worked inside a movie. Yeah, I think we
But
pretty much
Jigsaw,
got
I
it.
mean, killed one of the detectives in the first movie with a gun. When it comes down to it, if you got a gun,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter how old and fragile you are.
Oh, another bracket. Maybe one bracket could be regular killers, and another could be supernatural. Because here's another one: Art the Clown and the Pale Girl.
I thought about that, or even Art the Clown and Pennywise.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, well, Art the
but they
Clown
work together
is
in a movie,
in a
right?
movie. Yeah, you're right.
So
But see, I mean, come on, he has someone give birth to him at the end of the movie. Like, I don't know how to put Billy and Stu, or I
yeah, how do
don't
you
I
beat
don't know
that?
how to do that. He
Yeah,
would
you're
destroy
right,
the whole thing.
because it's sort of like you got to pair off like realistic, like these
Yeah,
people could really fight.
or it becomes a squash match, and it's not
But you know
interesting.
what? Billy and Stu is pretty much my favorite Ghostface couple because they got legitimate like come on, Jill and Charlie. These guys are both like 5'5". I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah. I could
I
beat
think
up Jill, I could beat up Charlie, no problem.
I think we have it good because I think all of these people, if you argue it, like because you got to find a way to argue it. And I think there is a way, maybe one out of a million that Jigsaw and them can go against Michael, or Chucky and Tiffany. Like they've gone against some pretty crazy
Yeah.
things before and they've won. So I don't think any of these are impossible. I think any one of
Yeah.
these teams has a chance of making it to the finals. I definitely
That's
have my
true.
ones where I think it's more reasonable, but
Yeah.
that's why we argue it.
Yeah, yeah. Or
Arguing is fun, guys.
yeah, the politicking, I think Michael Myers and Corey could go pretty far, but versus Billy and Stu. And people want Stu to be alive in the next one, so
It's not
that's
about who you like better, though. It's who you think is going to win.
yeah, who do you think makes better sense? Like who wins on paper? But that's like the popular choice. Yeah, it's
So
like
now, what you and I need to do, our
oh,
next step, homework,
yeah,
Ryan.
yeah,
I love homework. I don't know about you. I love it.
yeah,
So we have already seen all of these movies, but go through and I'm gonna make. I'll probably make a Google Doc.
yeah,
Just kind of with like their strengths, their
yeah.
weaknesses, any weapons that they have. Because we can't pull out something that they've never used. You can't say, well, and then Chucky gets a bomb. When has Chucky ever used a bomb? He's
Oh
never
yeah.
used.
Well, it's like Jigsaw. You gotta get people in those traps.
Exactly. And then we also it's kind of like a video game. We need to pick the arena. So for Jigsaw to work, it needs to be in his underground lair because the traps are essential to the character.
Yeah.
See? So we
Oh, there
can't
you
do it
go.
at the stranger. And the
And
strangers
copy
don't
the
hide it.
setting too. Oh man.
So yeah, we'll start working on that. I'm gonna probably do like a Google Doc or something. And then if you want when we do it, we can take turns presenting them. So or you
Yeah.
know what? It's tag teams. That's what we could do. I'll be like, I can tell them about Billy, you can tell them about Stu, and then we argue, or
Yeah.
then we do the other two. Then we would present the other team, Baby Firefly and Otis, or you could do one time and I could do the other one.
Yeah, I gotta watch Devil's Rejects again to yeah, to
And there's also yeah, they are both in Three from Hell. So
yeah.
I'll tell you.
Megan, not scary. Okay, yeah,
But it's
Megan doesn't
fun.
yeah, and
Guys,
it's fun.
when you're a lifelong horror fan like me, I can count the number of movies that have scared me on one hand. But
Yeah.
it's just something doesn't need to scare me to be fun, you know? When you go on a roller coaster a dozen times, maybe it doesn't scare you anymore, but it's still a good time.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
jump scares only last, like, the first time, and after that,
yeah.
they're diminishing results. Yeah, I watch movies to
Mhm.
be entertained, that's why a lot of these movies, like, I go like, Jason Lives is, like, one of my favorites, like, because I go,
I
"Dude, it's so funny," and the
I love
gore
it.
is, like the gore is fun. I don't know, I just
Well,
love
and look
movies
at a
like
movie like
that.
Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. That movie is
Mhm.
chilling. It
Yeah,
challenges you. It's not fun, but it's
yeah.
scary. But I'm more likely to watch Jason Part 6 again because it's a good time. It's when I can throw on. I don't always want to be challenged. I don't always want to be like
Yes,
unnerved,
exactly.
you know?
Or
So just because it doesn't scare you doesn't mean it doesn't have value and doesn't mean it's not something that you
well,
can,
yeah, that's what
enjoy.
that's why I'm a big defender of see like Halloween Kills. Love Halloween Kills. Probably one of my favorite Halloween sequel movies cuz dude, that's the Michael we want. Supercharged Michael. If Halloween Kills is in here, that Michael, he beats everybody. But
Well,
this Michael in Halloween Ends is like a weaker old man. And did Corey really out wrestle him, or he's just sort of went like, "Yeah, all right, I'll let you
I
beat me a
have a
little bit."
whole argument for Halloween. The way I see it, the Michael Myers thing, because it's never been just Michael Myers. Michael Myers is a shell for something very evil in Haddonfield. We've explored that with Jamie. We've explored that with Danny in part 6. There's
Mhm.
something else going on. It's not that there was this kid who went crazy and killed his parents one day. There's something evil in him that can be passed to other people and have them infected. So your Michael Myers story, tying that up, is 2018 and Kills. He
Yeah.
gets his ass kicked at the end. That was the last bit he had in him. Then they
Yeah.
destroy his house, which we know gives him some kind of power. So yeah, he knows he needs to pass it on, kind of like the thing or something. He needs to pass it on to somebody else because the shell that he is, the vessel that he is no longer viable. And he sees Corey and he sees somebody who has the
He's like
ability,
potential. I'm
stronger
gonna
body.
recruit this guy.
Think of Halloween Ends as an epilogue.
Yeah.
You know, it's an epilogue saying, yeah, you know, you can kill Michael Myers, but you can't kill the evil of Haddonfield. It will always go on. So killing Michael Myers, it doesn't matter what you do to him. There's
Yeah.
always this evil in Haddonfield, and it can be in anybody. It can be in you or me or Laurie Strode or this kid Corey. I do think it would have been cool if they introduced Corey earlier, but I think it's a wonderful epilogue.
Oh, dude. Oh, I just saw Mayanne just says killing it in the chat, dude. The Killer, Red Dragon, and Hannibal Lecter.
Did they ever team up though?
No.
No.
I think so. But Buffalo, yeah, Buffalo, no, they were passing notes to each other, but one's
Red
locked up.
Dragon is just the one.
Yeah,
It's a
Hannibal Lecter was locked up, so he can go do shit while he's in
yeah.
jail. So that's setting, but I like it. They're both sort
I
of
like what
regular
you're
people.
saying.
Yeah. Or what about Rob Zombie 2007, Michael and his mom? They weren't killing people together.
No,
Yeah.
I think we have a good
Buffalo
card.
Bill and Hannibal Lecter.
Didn't team
But
up.
well, Hannibal Lecter actually was on the outside at the end of the movie.
Well, but Hannibal Lecter was recruited because he's so brilliant that it was to help them understand the psychological mind of Buffalo Bill so they could capture him. He's actually teamed up with Clarice.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Him and Clarice are a bit of a team. But they passed notes to each other, right? He took out that article and he wrote notes to him.
I think he's
So
on the opposing team.
yeah.
But these are good picks, guys.
Nice try. I like all the I was like, "Damn, dude, there's so many good picks out there too, like Artie and his car." I go, "Damn, dude, that's dope. I like it."
I think a Stephen I want to do a Stephen King card eventually. There's so many, guys. There's gonna be so many more.
Yeah, there's so
For this
many
card, I think
brackets
we
and
got a
ideas.
solid
We're
card.
yeah, it's like you're like, "Damn, dude, now I really want to see that." And you're like, "Yeah, there's so many ghost face pairings as well."
I'm gonna give
Dude,
you guys some fun clips and stuff. It's gonna be
it's
cool.
gotta be fun. So make sure you guys check out that on Gorey B's channel. I'll put a link.
It's
Yeah, I
easy
gotta wrap
at
things up too
Gorey
because
B.
yeah, I gotta get to some parenting in a little bit.
Yeah, parenting's cool, dude. Get
Yeah.
on that. You
What
know,
about Willy's
your
Wonderland?
kid,
These guys are Jason, those guys are puppets, right?
we had oh no, we didn't. You know, the guy, the janitor from
Mm.
that, Nick Cage would be fantastic on one.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
not
almost
this
like
one.
final girls or guys
We've
if
done
they
a
could team
Survivor.
up.
I'm serious. We've done so many.
You're like, you want to see how those play out?
I've
Yeah,
never
they're good at the
had the
brackets.
janitor. I want to have him in one. There's just so many cool combinations, and that's the thing. Like
So
even when
many.
you've had Like I've done a slashers one, but like you can do so many different, like you can do camp killers, you can do so many different combinations.
Yeah.
Especially because now I used to do 16, and gosh, that was like a 5-hour
Oh,
show.
I know.
It
Yeah.
was exhausting. But now
Yeah.
it's 8, so it's like you have so many
Yeah.
different combinations. And I love hearing suggestions that people wanna see and stuff.
Yeah. So all these killers are grounded, even though they go like, "Well, Michael Myers did." Well, whatever. He's in, dude. Shut up.
He's in!
He's in.
Obviously,
So
he has a mortal vessel, a mortal shell that can be damaged and can be destroyed. The evil in him, yeah, that's kinda supernatural, but we're going with just the body that is Michael Myers, which we know can be destroyed.
yeah.
And here's the other thing too, actually, here's something I want to point out. With these things, a lot of them, we've had a lot of killers or fighters that are immortal. Like the Wolfman, eventually somehow he always comes back because he
Yeah.
regenerates. But you need to get him to a KO. So if he's knocked out, he's drowned, that's it. He lost the fight. Even if he
There you go.
eventually comes back. So
Yeah, there's no winning by decision, right? They
exactly. So a KO
kill.
is all it takes.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have to kill them. It's not death battle. Fight night.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What if one gave up, right? If you submit, I don't know.
Possibly if they were cowardly enough. You got people like Charlie and stuff, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. Or basically like Jigsaw and Amanda. Jigsaw turned on Amanda. Like,
Yeah.
all right,
And we've got to
you,
consider that too. Not only what their strengths and weaknesses are, but their strengths and weaknesses as a team. Are these people going to
yes,
turn against each other?
yes. Like,
There's some fun stuff to consider here.
there
I'm
is a lot of
excited.
like Chucky and Tiffany, they're the most explosive ones, but when they're gelling on the same, maybe they can fight after you already beat them, right? They already won their
Yeah,
matchup and then they can fight each other.
there you go. In fact, we could do that. Whoever wins, we could have them turn against each other. Now you will fight each other.
Whoever won, yeah, like Michael or Corey wins, but then Michael wins because he killed Corey in the end anyway.
Yep.
How you feel about that? I still hope. I was like googling, like, hey, should I wait till the end credits? Maybe there's a Marvel scene where like Corey's foot twitches or something like that. I would love it. Like, let's carry on the Michael movie with Corey.
If you
Right?
want to, he did sleep with Allison. I always wonder, like, what if she had a kid or something?
Oh, dope. Yeah, that's horror movie logic too. Like The Fly. If you sleep together once, that's all it takes.
But I think essentially there is this evil, and obviously it's sentient, and Michael and it were a perfect match, and a
Mhm.
lot of it's tied to that house and it's tied to that mask, and there's certain things that make it stronger. But I think Corey was too emotional, and that's why
Yeah.
it's like, you know what, the kid's not going to work out. We need to find something else.
Yeah, or if you do a different, oh yeah,
And there
or
was
if you
an
do a different
original,
team, if you do a different team, that's like Billy Loomis and his daughter.
yeah,
What?
there was in a different ending where you show the mask at the end,
Yeah,
and when the cop shows up the next day to see her, she's actually overcome and infected by that evil, and she like reaches out to grab him. So
oh,
basically, the original ending was she becomes the new vessel, which I think would make a lot of sense because she's very strong.
yeah.
You know, like
What?
willpower strong and in control of a lot of her emotions and stuff, and she's smart. So yeah, I think that evil now we know it didn't want Corey after all. I think it saw Corey as being weak because he was so emotional. It's sitting there in Haddonfield, and as long as it's there, it's making people be their worst selves. They're all infected to a small degree, kind of like in Derry, just being around
Yeah,
your worst self. It's just waiting for the next vessel, the next one, and unfortunately, it's kind of like finding true love. It found it with Michael Myers. It's just like, oh man, you are the best. I met you as a kid.
you
You are
got it.
me for
Yeah,
life. And I think it's looking for that next perfect fit. And maybe it'll be Corey's kid.
nice. Oh yeah, Corey's kid. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it if they decide to do anything. Maybe we give them a championship belt. Whoever wins the
Yeah.
belt
Maybe
will know.
Jamie Lloyd will come back. That's what I'd like to see. I was
Oh
bummed
yeah,
that she didn't end up getting to be the killer in part 5. That would have been
yeah.
rad.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, dude, they're always trying to pass the torch to the next person to be the
That's
next
why
killer.
I liked Halloween Ends because it's like, stop teasing me. They
Yeah,
teased me that
just
James
do
was
it.
gonna be the killer, and then they didn't do it. I'm like, you wussed out. You wussed out.
Yeah,
We went by the numbers. At least they weren't trying to make something from an algorithm. Like, well,
yeah,
people won't like it if Michael Myers isn't in it. They took they decided to tell the story that people had been too afraid to tell. They teased
yeah.
it with Danny. Why isn't Danny chosen at the end of part 6? Like, you build it up and you build it up, and then they do nothing with it. They
Yeah.
show that Loomis is the new handler, but Danny should still be infected. What's up with
Yeah,
that?
yeah. They've always
Doesn't make
set
any
that
sense.
up like, ooh, that's the big cliffhanger. What? And they never could follow through on it, except this one actually followed through on it
And
with
people
them
cry
actually
about
teaming
it.
up.
But you know what? I predict it's gonna be like Season of the Witch. People are crying about it now because it wasn't what they expected. People
Yeah.
get into the hype and they tell themselves that this is what it's gonna be. I do think the poster was a mistake because it really made it seem like it was gonna be a Jamie versus Michael thing. That's what
Yeah.
that's not what the movie is. It's about
Yeah.
this
It's
super
not.
evil in Haddonfield. I think the marketing was bad. And I think it set up some poor expectations, but I think eventually that movie's going to get a reevaluation, and people are going to be like, "Why the hell did people hate on this so much?" It's a solid film.
All right, Gory. So one last question. Who's going to win this bracket if it's up to you? Who's going?
Like off the top of my head,
Yes.
I have to look at it really quick.
All right, sure. Go ahead. Let's look at it. All right, I'll tell you mine then. I don't know.
I'm kind of thinking Chop Top and Leatherface and Corey and Michael have a really good shot. I mean, what we
Yes.
can just go through the contestants and say like what are their odds.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go through it and wrap this up. Yeah.
I think Billy and Stu have a pretty good shot.
Pretty good.
But they are human, and I
Mhm.
kind of think Baby Firefly and Otis are gonna take him out just because 'cause they're more ruthless, and they survived getting
Damn.
gunned down at the end of the first,
Ooh,
movie or
that's a
the
hot take.
second
Yeah,
movie.
they got rained on bullets.
Yeah, how are
Stu
they
got
back
it.
for free from hell? It doesn't make sense. They're pretty tough, whereas, getting stabbed, you know, pretty
Yeah,
much
and
wiped out
a
Stu.
TV fell on you. Stu might still be alive, dude. If Stu comes back in 6, I will be
I'm
really
giving
happy.
Chucky and Tiffany odds over Jason and Pamela.
Yeah,
Uh,
they got bigger chemistry together.
they
They got bigger
do.
chemistry. But I like it. She's old, they're small, they're both handicapped in
I love
different
it.
ways.
Hoffman and them and the strangers. See, that's one where I think they might turn against each other. Their team, the strangers work well, like a well-oiled machine. So I'm gonna go with
Strangers
strangers.
never turned on each other.
They
That's
don't.
true.
And they're just flipping evil. Then you get to
Yeah,
Chop Top and Leatherface and Corey and Michael, and that one's so tough for me.
yeah.
What do you think?
Chop Top and Corey and Mike. I mean, he's got a chainsaw, but Leatherface almost wants to be out of the family. Like, dude, in the newest one, he went, "Fuck y'all, I'm going to this orphanage," and
Screw you guys and go now.
yeah, yeah, screw you guys, I'm going over here. And my theory is he was like dating that lady or something like that
She's
too.
like his mom. She kind of
Like his
adopted
mom?
him.
No, I don't know. To me,
I
it seemed
Chop
like
Top and
he got
Leatherface
married and
though.
settled down. He stuck his chainsaw inside the wall and everything, and that because she called him babe at one point too, like, "Hey, babe," and I was like, "Oh, okay,
Maybe.
yeah,
Chop Top and Leatherface, because you gotta go with part 2 there. They're like brothers. They tease each other
yeah."
about
They are like
Bubba's got a
family. Yes,
girlfriend. Bubba's got, they love each other.
yeah.
I think they're a pretty good team. I'm gonna ultimately go with Chop Top and Leatherface. I think they can take it all the way home.
Ooh, I might be disagreeing and going with
Oh,
Corey and Mike.
May Ann. I
What if
love you,
Michael
Pearl. I love
kills
you.
one of them? He hulks up because he gets the power in him. He goes,
He powers up like he
he
does in
hulks
the
up.
movie, like a video game.
Yeah, he hulks up like how he stabbed that fool. He hulks up. He gets pumped, and then afterwards, then he could take out Leatherface.
And
I
that's the thing
think.
with all of these. I think
Mhm.
that's what's fun. One, we're gonna research it and be like, you're gonna come across stuff. We're like, oh boy, I didn't think of that.
Yes,
And
yes. There's things we're
I
not
think
thinking
in
about.
all of these, there's a chance where it could go either
Oh,
way.
Pearl and her
Yeah, that's what I
husband and
saw.
ex. Damn it. We gotta somebody. I don't know. Maybe that could be like the wild card round if we make up two good teams. I like it. It's new and
I do like
recent.
it.
I love Pearl. Oh, and Howard. And they did 2 movies together
Okay,
so
well,
far.
if you wanna, here's one thing I can see where we can change it. Chucky and Tiffany are kind of supernatural. They're possessed dolls. If you want to replace
Yeah.
them with Pearl and Howard, that works. And it would be
Damn, but
old
how we gonna
people
have a
versus
bracket without
Pamela.
Chucky and Tiffany? They're gonna be like,
Well, we
that's
can just put them in a supernatural tag team later on.
yeah, that's true. Maybe. I like that. I like it.
It
And
would be
wait,
against Jason and Pamela, so old people versus old people person and a child.
yeah, that makes perfect sense.
What do you
Or it
want?
could be Pearl when she's young. Young Pearl. Oh, but they didn't. No, they
But
must have
Howard's
worked
not
together.
around in Pearl.
But Howard came right at the end and just went, "Oh man,
And
you
he's not
killed
a
everybody."
killer yet. He's just like, what?
Well, he will be. Dude, they
He
killed
will
other
be.
people. They killed whoever drove the bug and X, and they never mentioned it.
I think he should be old. They should be old because Pamela's old.
Yeah, that's fair.
Otherwise, you're getting into like Pamela and
Yeah,
Elias.
one's a kid, one's Jason. Yeah, and we could.
How about we change it?
The winner could face Chucky and Tiffany. How about that?
Fair enough.
All
We
right,
can do like what we
whoever.
did with Ernest.
Yeah, it's like all right.
Pearl and Howard.
Yeah.
What do you
Or
think?
like I said, a wild card, like how wild card works, like the playoffs. It's like, well, they have to win their way to that divisional round, you know. So it's almost like like Jason and them, they're
Now
already
you're getting
sort
into
of they
football.
won their division
I
already.
don't know football.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
know
it's sort of
wrestling.
like you have to win that spot to be in that spot, but like, yeah. So that would mean like Chucky and Tiffany versus Pearl and her
But
husband.
we can have a supernatural one like Freddy and his kid from part 5, and you have
Dang.
Pinhead and one of the Cenobites. You can do a whole supernatural type
Yeah,
show.
all right, maybe that'll be supernatural because they are in dolls, but I
I
just
know. I
I
like it
just
though.
I don't think our bracket's that legitimate if we don't have them in it. I just go, "Dang." What's another spot? Who's another spot?
Okay, so
Who
here's what
you're
we
up
got. We
for?
got Billy and Stu versus Baby Firefly and Otis. I think that's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah,
Jason and Pamela versus Pearl and Howard. Unless you want Pearl and Howard versus, but you gotta have Jason though, right?
yeah, but like you said, they old, that's a fair matchup.
They old.
They're
we got
old.
we got the Saw Crew versus the Strangers.
Mhm.
Chop Top and Leather versus Corey and Michael.
Yeah,
They're all pretty
dang.
good.
I don't know, they're all good. I love all these
Or
teams. We'll
if you
put it
want
up to
me,
a vote. That'll be our first
yeah,
thing.
just have them vote either Pearl and Howard versus Chucky and Tiffany.
Yeah.
The reason why we allowed Chucky and Tiffany initially, even though they are possessed dolls, is because they don't kill people in a magical way. They kill with
Yeah,
knives.
they kill them in a very grounded way. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's why we
That's
allowed
why I
it.
think because they're just vessels. It's like two midgets put together, two midgets. And yeah, they don't kill them in a magical way like Freddy or something. So yeah, I get that. Pearl and her husband, though, that was a very late entry, and I love it because I love both those movies. Maxine's gonna kick ass too. Mia Goth got snubbed for the Oscars. I mean,
She won't in the Oscars though. Over on Horror Addict, she is
Oscars.
definitely nominated.
She's a number one pick no matter what. Like,
Every year during the Oscars, if you're fed up with that bullshit, you can
mhm,
tune into Horror Addicts where we just do a horror one, and it's awesome.
that's true. That
The
yeah.
Oscars.
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 Nice. All right,
Okay.
so make sure you check out Gory B's channel and the Horror Addicts because explain that she runs that with her
Gorey B
husband.
Movie is my channel.
Mhm.
Horror Addicts is kind of like our family channel. My husband runs it. I'm on
Makes
there.
it sound like it's family content. With family,
Horror family.
only family horror
My
movies on that
I'm a
one.
witch. My husband's
Yeah.
a slasher. Our son's a half demon. So this just the
Mm.
whole evil family comes together.
Yeah.
My mother's a mummy.
There
My
you go.
cousin's a zombie. We've had lots of characters on there. We've got Canadian Jason on there. It's just a bigger,
Canadian
channel.
Jason.
Canadian Jason's super polite, and
I
I'm
like
also
that.
on Freaky Girls Live. I'm one of the Freaky Girls, so I'm
Oh,
all
is that another channel? All right, yeah, cool. Yeah, give me the channels. I'll put it in the link and get there. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so everyone, make sure that is the bracket going forward, and we're gonna do a little bit more research. This is what it was a brainstorming session. We're trying to get the teams down because like we could go on, and then all of a sudden you come up with a great idea like X and Pearl and Howard. I love it.
That's great. May Ann, you really came through.
Yeah, really came through. I hope that you can make it on Sunday for
And that's gonna be on Gory B Movie
yeah,
on my
Gorby
channel.
movies. Yes. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so thank you. Thanks for everybody for coming in and voting. There's going to be a lot more polls so everyone could have their say so. and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Check out all her stuff on her different channels. And for this weekend, I'm gonna be doing Infinity Pool, and I'm gonna try to see Fear and do kill counts on both of those.
Is
And then
Infinity Pool
later on,
out?
maybe do sport. Huh?
Is Infinity Pool out?
Yeah, it's coming out Friday.
Cool. I hope I live in a smaller town, so I hope I get it. I didn't get Skimmerink or some of the other ones.
Oh,
So.
you didn't get Skinamarink? Thank
Mm-mm.
God
I
you
live in a
didn't, because
small
that was
town.
bullshit.
I live like up in the mountains in Washington State. So
Oh.
we got sparkly vampires, we got Bigfoot, we don't got Skimmerink.
Skinamarink, not good though. It's coming to Shutter, so it's
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
hey,
saw. So I just
if
gotta wait.
you got it on Shutter, then
I got
there you
Shutter.
go. Yeah.
Chucky season 1 and 2 just got added to Shutter, by the way, which guys
Was
it's
this season
4.99 a
2?
month.
Or I think it's just season 1.
They got season 1 and 2.
Oh
Shutter.
no, I want to rewatch season 2 a bit.
On
What do you think
Shutter.
about it?
4.99 a month, guys, and they do a free trial. There's really like it's the best service. They got such
Oh,
a
dude,
great
In Search of
selection.
Darkness is awesome on there. They have so
So good.
many.
And the last driving with Joe Bob Briggs, like I shut my house down. You do not call me. You don't come to my door. Not when Joe Bob is on. Like that is,
Right.
and we
Oh, I
live
love
tweet
that.
on Twitter. So fun.
Darcy's kill got like axe from Halloween Ends. Terrible.
Yeah, she's the coolest. She's super nice. And that's the thing when you live tweet them on Twitter, Darcy will talk to you. Like
Yeah.
they interact with everybody. It's really fun.
All right. Thanks, everybody. And got to do some parenting. Join us on Sunday and catch you guys later.